At Westminster, the boys cross-country team fights and practices all season long for a chance to win the state championship.
Joseph and Esfon, our 1 and 2 runners, they stayed with him until the final half mile. But you know, the objective is not one person. The objective is for everyone on the team at the state meet, region as well, to pass the person who's ahead of you. That's how you get someone like Willem Mandel, who has not been the third runner all season. But at region he was.
Let's go, baby!
Our emphasis at region is the same as it's going to be at state, is that we run as a team, we run together as close as possible.
One of my favorite things with Coach Tribble is before the Kosh Classic, he always gives about a 10-minute long summary of Coach Koshua.
100 years ago today, that would have been the age of Paul Koshua. You run these Kosh trails all the time, right? Now, they were built by the boys cross country team. We have the Kosh loops for Paul Koshua, who is the only other cross-country coach in the history of the school. Paul Koshua was born in 1922, lived through the Depression as a little kid, went off to fight in World War II, a little bit over his 18th birthday.
And if you don't know who Coach Koshua is, come to the Kosh Classic and he will be more than happy to fill you in. And Coach Koshua was the one that built all these trails and started all this. He was also a veteran, and we sure learned a lot about that.
Coach Kosh, legend. That's all you can say about him.
Additionally, Coach Tribble loves to tell us about history in between intervals in workouts. Very long and informative little mini lectures we get about the Constitution, about God, about anything.
My name is Lucas Mapani. Coach Tribble is one of my favorite coaches I've ever had. It's so fun running for him.
It helps us get a better picture for what we're doing here on this team.
He makes practices so much more enjoyable. We'll be on the line and he starts talking about some story from 60 years ago.
Whenever times get bad, I always think of my dad and his indomitable spirit.
He makes so many jokes that are so random and out of context, and nobody has any clue what he's talking about sometimes. And it makes practice so much more funny, and it adds a sense of humor and fun and enjoyment to some super difficult practices.
I'm feeling ready to ride. Let's go!
Go down there, PR. It's gonna be insane.
Now in mid-season form, the boys cross-country team takes on Wingfoot, a challenging night race on a Friday.
We've been running some really hard practices. Last Saturday we had a 6-by-mile interval. Workout, and that was pretty brutal. And we've been really pushing everything so that our bodies can grow and develop, and we've all been getting good sleep and recovering well, eating right. So yeah, so we're making sure we can be the fastest we can be for Wingfoot.
I would say like right before the race starts, when you're like out there like on like the starting line doing strides and just like getting that like mentality in, and just you there with your team, just ready to go out there and do our best.
And there are teams from all over the country. In the race, it's a pretty quick race. It's a fast course, and I'm expecting some fast times.
Most of the team did like really amazing. I'm pretty sure of our top 7, 6 of them PR'd, besides me.
You aren't quite as tired going into it. It's also different because it's completely dark out, and there's no, like the sun isn't out or anything. Makes the atmosphere, it's different. It's different.
It was definitely a lot of fun. The race itself wasn't great for me. I fell once and then I fell again at like the beginning and the end of the race. Especially like mentally, it was pretty tough on me, but I still got through the race, ran a decent time. I didn't PR, but
A6, everyone was outstanding. It was so fun, and we were all great.
We had a new school record from Joseph Jaco. Very, very proud of him, and blessed to be able to train with him.
Esfon's a dog. He had 45-second PR.
Let's go! Let's go!
Jacob's a freshman, and he's a dog with his 1549. We have Willem. He like squats 400. He's a dog. Sam Moss, Chase Hunsaker, dog.
Yes!
Rohan, Gideon, Tyler, myself, the whole team were full of dogs. The A6 was one of the best races in school history. It was the fastest team average the school's ever had. The team is full of dogs. Everyone on the team, dogs. There are certain things that separate good teams from outstanding teams, historic teams. Good teams, they run fast, they train hard, they do practices. Historic teams, outstanding teams, they go to spaghetti suppers. They eat 5-6 Krispy Kremes, spaghetti with tons of sauce, 12 slices of bread. Spaghetti suppers are one of the more fun parts of this season, and that's what makes us one of the best teams in the country.
Moss leaving us. Moss.
This year?
Yeah.
The team's gonna be different without him.
Yeah.
I have to acknowledge the people's captain, Leith Bandequala. Such a great character, He's gonna love me saying this, but yeah, I have to acknowledge him and all the seniors, of course. Sam, Chase, Leith, Roe, Cooper, Chase again. I'm definitely forgetting one. Who am I forgetting? James.
His favorite cross-country course is Stars Mill. His favorite conditions are also rain and mud. His favorite pre-race meal is a peanut butter bagel with 2 scrambled eggs. His favorite cross-country course is Wingfoot. His favorite pre-race meal is bagel and a protein bar.
Get on my hip. Sam was back. Sam was 25 yards back, and they're running, at about 16:30 pace, and I saw Chase do this. He didn't say anything, but that meant to Sam, get up here on my hip, and then Sam outkicked him. And Chase didn't make him flinch. He's just glad to be. Chase is just quietly doing his thing. Leith, he hasn't missed anything this year. He has taken his captain's role so seriously and following in the footsteps of his brother Aiden, and he has exceeded. He has run faster now.
Yeah, get hyped.
Yeah.
Because even though only 7 run at state, really it is all 50 of us here that really help push the team to be our best that we possibly can.
The man who runs fast every day will always defeat the man who only runs fast when they feel like running fast.
Apostle Paul talks about it. He says, the spirit is willing, the body is weak. And that is something that you face every practice, every race, because pain and fatigue makes a coward in anybody. And to overcome that, that's another component of greatness. When you're absolutely spent and you keep going.
And last year, I would have thought the same thing, that this was the best team that he could possibly ever have. And, you know, this year we just completely blew it out of the water.
I think the team did really great. So we had really exceptional performances from Chase Hunsaker and Esfand Daya.
Hi, I'm Esfand. This will be after my race.
There's no question Joseph was giving it all he had. He just didn't have any reserves. Yeah, we were number one by 12 seconds per man faster than the next team, but the next team was Starr's Mill. This team is the best cross-country team, boys team I have ever coached in my life, in the 40 years of coaching at Westminster. It's the guts. It's the gunness. It's gunness. It's that desire